we could have a very important day for Bitcoin setting up for us. I'll show you what I'm seeing in the charts. Don't forget, at 8:30 today, if you're watching this before the 8:30 hour, although it may have already hit by that point in time, the market teetering on non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate. I'm recording this before that point in time, so we'll see where things go from here. But if we get some solid numbers there that show strength in the labor market, the market should actually take that pretty darn well. And we'll keep our fingers crossed that that happens to be the truth of it. And if not, I got some short hedges out there. But before I get into the charts, I just want to tell you, years ago, I was like 5 years old. So this is like over 30 years ago. My brother told me that if you just give Pac-Man a bow, you get Mrs. Pac-Man. But to this day, I still don't know what being an archer has to do with being a girl. All right, charts. So Bitcoin, what am I seeing in here for this chart? So check it out. Let's go to the monthly chart first. Then we'll come back to the daily chart, because right here's what I want you to see. But without the monthly chart, just in case you haven't seen it, it doesn't make a lot of sense. So take a look at these rays. I know they're kind of light, but right across your screen, the key one that I have highlighted is right here that goes all the way back to November of 2013. And right there's where I'm talking about this bold ray that's here for you, and that nice bright white color coming across your screen. If we go back down to the daily chart, that's this ray that we have right here. And what we've seen time after time after time is that these rays predict support and resistance for us, even though they stopped being drawn. Besides the very top one, all of these were drawn by 2021. So 4 years into the future, Bitcoin is still finding support and resistance at these rays. Well, let's look at today. Zoom in a bit more, quit jumping around for you on the charts here. Let's bring that down. Right here, we're getting a candle sitting on top of that ray. What does that show us that's different from yesterday? That's support. If we sit on top of that today, if that's where we happen to find that candle, we have support on that ray, which means that takes us up to the next ray, which happens to be about $100,000, which is about 3-ish% up from where we're at right now. Not so bad. I do a very aggressive Bitcoin play that's out there right now through IBIT is the Bitcoin ETF. And I got a little short, very aggressive option just in case we make that move today. And I'm hedged the other way in the markets just in case the markets sell off. And hey, if they move in opposite directions, which is possible, I'm set for that as well. So Bitcoin, it is super critical that we're sitting on top of that ray. That can be very good support for us. We do want to see a volume supported move. And if I bring up the volumes, you can see this. Yesterday wasn't so bad, an above average volume, not quite as high as what we had previously. So the volumes are starting to taper, but still above average. We do want to get more volume support if we can. The more volume, the better for strong conviction in that move. Let's move over to the Qs. Yesterday, we were dipped down pretty hard. I think we were down 468-ish right now in the pre-market hours, up to about 482. And if we shrink that down to what happened in the pre-market, you can see, there we go. Then when we went from post-market to pre-market, we went from about 478 and then rubber banded up to 482. And let's find out where that bottom number was. Okay, it wasn't as low as I thought. 478, not 468 was the number that we bottomed out to. And then rubber banding, like I said, back up a little bit, taking us up above yesterday's close. The market's looking pretty hopeful, hoping for some good numbers coming out at 8:30. SPY has very much the same view, by the way. We do want to see the market stay up above these moving averages. So whether it's the Qs, whether it's the SPY, right now we're looking at SPY, we're up above this 50-day. That's a good place to be. That 200 is that next contender. 573 for SPY. For QQQ, that 200-day happens to be at, there we go, 491.07 is currently where that 200-day sits. And we are up above, just like we were for SPY. I'll take down the EMAs for just a moment here. We happen to be up above the 50 and the 20 as well. We want to get these to cross. We went the blue over the magenta. We went the magenta over the orange, the blue over the orange. That's 20, 50, and 200 going right up your screen. And getting the faster to cross up over the slower are bullish crossovers with your moving averages. And that's what we want to see. If instead we head back the other way, well, over at the Discord, you guys can see the trades that I do. The link's down in the description. Use the earner tier when you get there. I'm one of the expert panelists over there, and there's other panel experts there waiting for you as well with crypto, bond market. I kind of do broad market stuff, talk about a little bit of everything with my analyses that I have out there, the comments that I make, the trades that I make, the technicals that I share. It's all there waiting for you. Links in the description for the Discord. Like I said, use the earner tier. That's going to get you unrestricted access to everything the Discord has to offer. If we jump over to IWM, we are currently up above this white line right here, and this is part of a massive bull channel. Right here's the 50 EMA coming right down your screen. This red line that's coming across it, that's what we're looking for that next thing to cross. We'll probably get a bit of a rejection, and that happens to be right around $200 per share for IWM, which retracts the Russell 2000 stocks. This is going to be the most sensitive to what we have for those 4 pillars that I've been talking about. They're really looking for subdued inflation, and we're also looking for easy monetary policy. Those are things that are really going to allow IWM to outperform. That's 2 of the pillars. Strong labor market. We get news today on that. And then high GDP. Hopefully, we see that start to come back our way. Don't forget that balance of trade, I talked about it yesterday, could impact what we see from the Atlanta Fed GDP now. Things that move that number up, the market is going to enjoy that, and it's going to take some of that downward pressure off. Things that move the Atlanta Fed GDP now down is going to be further downward pressure on the market. The last thing I want to share with you, well, I'll get to it in just one quick moment. Guys, there's coursework down in the description for technical analysis, which includes the bread recipe trading strategy, which is I personally use in my own trading, whether it happens to be day trading, so it works intraday, or across really any time frame. I use it for any trades that I do for finding out when those big moves are going to happen. So the bread recipe is part of that, and then also the trading, the technicals, you got it there. And then also options trading. There's courses down in the description through Stockmo Academy. You can click on the link, sign up. Bundling the courses is going to save you a ton. Using code word DOCTOR, DOCTOR, is going to save you even more. With my own doctorate in education and also my passion for finance, I've been through these courses, and I'll tell you what, they are solid, top notch, and I couldn't have done it better myself. I don't even know if I could have done as well as they are, put together by Stockmo and Mrs. Mo, both career educators as well, with even more experience in the education field than I have. So guys, Discord and also the coursework as well, go ahead and invest in yourself that way. We'll talk more at the end. And then in the meantime, popping this back up here for you, the last thing that I want to get into is the quantum stocks. I don't really have a catalyst for it yet, but we're getting to that time that we're just starting to consolidate. We're starting to get that sideways for D-Wave Quantum. QBTS is the ticker for it. We're making that slow, steady climb up on this one. We happen to be down towards the bottom. We're also just below the 50, but above the 20. So if we happen to get that candle moving back up the other way, and it's possible that we do, I feel like something's cooking up for the quantum stocks. Maybe it breaks in the downward direction instead, but they seem to have a bit of an upward bias. This one, QSI, is the penny stock version of this. There we go. I hit the space bar instead of the command button. There we go. Perfect. So this one, let me zoom out a little bit, get a little bit more context on here. This one happens to have a narrowing, if you will, a consolidation pattern. We need to get up above those moving averages that happen to be up ahead. This one will not lead any sort of quantum stock movement, but it will absolutely follow. And if it does follow to either direction, it's going to outperform up or down. So we were doing a watch for QSI as well. IonQ, IONQ, happens to be above the 200, above the 20, and above the 50. This is a very bullish setup for us, and it's had a pretty darn good price movement so far. Might have further upside. Rigetti is finally right here, also having a bit of a consolidation pattern, sort of breaking to the upside on this one. We might get that 20 to cross over the 50 sometime soon. We're above the 200. All that's bullish. All we're missing is that catalyst. The technicals are there to support a movement, and it seems to have a bit of a bullish bias when I look at those quantum stocks. So we have Bitcoin, which is positioned to move up pretty aggressively. We have the markets for QQQ, IWM, SPY, so NASDAQ 100, S&P 500, Russell 2000 stocks. We have those set in either direction based on the news that we have today, and the quantum stocks are looking like they're just waiting for that next catalyst to just hit and skyrocket. So I have my eye on them, ready to go, waiting for that moment that we see that next big move, whether it's up or down with them. Their bread recipe is there to help me with that. If you guys want to learn about it, the link's in the description through that coursework through Stockmo Academy. Use the technical analysis course to get access to that and learn about it. And then also the options trading that happens to be down there as well. Yesterday, I had an intraday trade for 61% profit. And then, and that was on Bitcoin, by the way, or using IBIT, I should say. And then I had a longer term trade through IBIT, 32% on that one, and then 47% on SQQQ with my short hedge position. Everything set up through the bread recipe trading strategy, and the profits just keep on rolling in, even though it's not a winner every time because that'd be a scam. It is a win a ton of the time. Definitely more wins than losses with it, and that's why I continue to use it and why I think it would be so good for all of you guys as well. And if you want to learn more about it, if you want more support in your pursuit of financial freedom, if you want to learn how to add more alpha to your portfolio, get more access to opportunities, that's what the Discord is for, using the earner tier. There's the bread bot, which tracks the bread recipe for you and lets you know when those big moves up or down are going to happen for your favorite stocks that are out there. There's also AI tools and advanced charting tools. You have crypto channels, stock channels. You have people talking about the bond market, general stock talk for pretty much anything finance that's over there. You name it, it's waiting. You guys can read through the list of all the products and services that are there offered with that community of thousands of members and the expert panel that you have over there as well, which I happen to be part of. You have a team of people there supporting you in that pursuit, as well as the community. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Remember, my friends, that learning is earning. I'll see you next video.